Hello and welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Jay Byrne. I'm your host for this episode of the Effects Loop, and today we are going to talk about the Boss DS-1W, the WAZA, the made in Japan, the fancy Boss distortion pedal. The DS-1, the Boss DS-1, which is a very, very popular, useful pedal. It's been used by so many people throughout the years. You've got people like Steve Vai, a lot of the metal guys have used it. It's most notably known for being like Kurt Cobain's main distortion. He also used a turbo distortion, which is like a souped up version of the same thing, but that's what, you know, he's known for. So what I'm playing a couple of guitars today. I've got two over here. I've got a Telecaster, which I'm gonna use down there. Well, we'll figure something out that I'm gonna use a Telecaster at some point. We've got my KATANA Artist here, Mach 2, and my Tone Master, Fender Tone Master, on the bottom down there. Everything's stacked up today. I've got a stack here. And yeah, we got a setup going on. And we are going to mess around with the DS-1, and I'm going to show you what the DS-1 can do and why I think it is a horribly underrated pedal. And I think for many years it was thought of as just not being a very good distortion pedal. And it was mainly just because people really didn't know how to use it. They didn't know what to do with it. So yeah, so we're gonna work on that in this episode. And we're gonna show you some things that you can do with the DS-1 that, yes, makes it all the better. I'm gonna show you flat out. Right here we got clean channel, okay? It's a very basic, simple, this is a Katana clean channel. I think it's based after a JC-120, I'm not sure, but it's a very simple, basic, clean channel. So if I kick the pedal on, actually it can go a little louder. Oh, we can crank this one. The Katana Artist functions a lot like a tube amp, so it'll allow you, same thing with the Tone Master Twin, so it'll allow you, I had a Roland JC40, which was a straight up solid state clean amplifier, and with pedals like this you'd have to get the level just right, because if you cranked it, it's pushing it a little bit too hard. But with these amps it tends to. That's the straight up, you know. That's the DS-1 running through the Katana Artist on the clean channel. Pretty flat, like dead center, and we're running straight up a clean channel. I personally like. We'll shut this off. This is the clean. I personally like it through a slightly broken up crunch channel. I think it has this, it does this thing when you run it through a slightly broken up crunch channel. So I'll show you. This is the amp right now with the crunch, the gain in the middle. Sounds pretty good. You kick on the DS-1. punch going on. Like, I don't know, it's a great pedal. It works really well with a crunch channel, I think. And I can also show you this is the WAZA mode. If you click it in, it's going to be loud. That's the WAZA mode. Now here's the go. This is on a clean channel, the straight up clean channel. It's almost like a fuzz pedal in a sense. Turn up the tone just a little bit because on the clean channel it was a little darker. Honestly, it sounds great. It sounds like really good actually. And the custom mode, the new custom mode on the WAZA version, I think is more of it's different. It's like a completely different overdrive / distortion. It gives you this, like, it pushes the mid-range a little bit, and it's actually a really good distortion. It's kind of Klon-esque, oddly enough. Now, one thing that a lot of people will do, a lot of artists will do, it was done definitely in the metal era. You can put this on, say, that's the brown channel on this. The Katana Air, the Katana artist, Katana Air, that one. And what a lot of artists will do is kick this distortion down, crank up the level, and use it as a sort of a boost. So, I mean, you can have an already pretty heavily driven amp going on, and you kick this on as a boost. Now, I think with this setup, you might want to bring your level down because it seems to be really, really pushing it. I think it's better like this. Honestly, it's a jack of all trades. It works like a tube screamer, it works like a boost, it works, I mean, just messing around with this thing, you can get so many different tones. I'm going to show you right now, let's see what we got here. Just for comparison's sake, I'm going to show you because I have the Katana amp here right now. Am I on the clean channel? Oh, because I turned my thing down here. That is the DS-1 on the clean channel of this amp. This is the built-in Katana artist version of the DS-1, just at kind of its like lowest setting. close. The volumes don't match very well. You'll notice that in the recording. That's the one that's built right into the amp. So that's a digital version of the DS1 that's built into the Katana Artist, and it sounds really good. You might say to yourself, well, what do you need the distortion for? I actually am using it more with the Tone Master because that is clean using pedals. So, but it can be used with this type of an amp, and I'm using it like this today just as a demonstration. But so this is the pedal. All right, that's the pedal version. This is the amp. They're very close. They're really, really close. They sound almost exactly the same, to be honest with you. I can barely tell the difference between the two. I think the amp version has a bit more low end. It's more just, it's like boomier. Actually, this tightens up the low end a little bit if that's what you're looking for. Something to kind of tighten up the bass on a rather flubby sound. This can kind of do that. Same thing as like a tube screamer. Here is the custom mode again. All right, there's that. I am now going to switch over to the Fender, the Tone Master. I'm actually going to run it on the normal channel with the bright switch clicked down because it does not handle the bright switch very well. It gets very fizzy and it kind of turns into a mess. So, but it sounds pretty good with the bright switch down. So now we're going to have a pretty straight up, like, you know, the center, like we were doing with the other one. Here it is through. So yeah, that sounds actually pretty cool. Through that, I think. But like I said, you really can't use the bright switch on the Twin. It would probably work pretty well with a deluxe as well, like a deluxe reverb, but you'd want to run it on the normal channel because you wouldn't want to have that bright switch, which is automatically on in the vibrato channel. Like I can show you what it sounds like through the vibrato channel of the Twin. With the bright switch down, it's pretty... You get a little bit more of that spiky high end in it, and I mean, if that's what you're looking for, I mean, it's not a terrible sound. But let me tell you, if I put this bright switch up, holy good jollies, listen to this. Then you're into like 9 Inch Nails territory. But it gets way too harsh with that bright switch on, I think. Honestly think it works best in the normal channel on the Fender Tone Master Twin, if that's what you're looking for. Now with the Tone Master, let's see, you're dealing pretty straightforward with clean, because this is... That's the sound that I've got coming out of the Twin right now. It's a straight up clean channel, nothing else going on. Let's see what it sounds like with the custom mode here. Extremely loud, but actually that sounds really good. That, like I said, the custom mode does the same thing on this as it was doing through the Katana Artist, where it kicks up that mid-range and gives you more of a mid-boost kind of sound going on there. So yeah, that's what you get with this. You know what, let's that's a nice sound. Let's switch guitars and see what we can get out of the Telecaster, so we can see what a single coil will give you. There's a nice bright tone to it, actually. Now let's see, let's put it on the regular mode and see what we get out of this thing through the Fender, through the twin. Treble back here, because I'm gonna try showing you like what maybe like a I'm gonna put the middle pickup so you can get a little bit of a not bad. I actually kind of like, I like the bite of the bridge pickup better than using like a neck pickup, so to speak, with this particular pedal through this particular amp. Let's see what this actually sounds like through the Artist here. Now, one thing to note is we're using two very specific amplifiers here. These have Jensen's, two 12-inch Jensens in them, okay? So that is the Fender American classic, kind of classic Fender American sound, whereas the Katana Artist has a greenback in it. So this is like the rock metal of the 80s sound, you know, AC/DC, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So you get a deeper, bassier, a different type of tone. It's a specific WAZA created greenback, but I found that this greenback sounds very much like an actual greenback. So it does what a greenback is supposed to do. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got clean first. It's not a bad sound at all. And here we go. Now we've got it in the standard mode. It's a nice, I don't know, just something kind of clashy there. But yeah. Not a bad sound right there. It's kind of neat, actually. And that's straight through the clean channel using the distortion pedal. Now, if we put the custom mode on, you'll notice you're gonna get more of that mid-range again. So. Pickup just so you can hear like a little bit of a you know, necky sound. darker that way. I actually kind of like it better the other way. But yeah. So let's, I'm going to switch back to the other guitar. It's getting a little bit of a different sound there. We're going to stay on the clean channel now, so you can, so I can actually show you the range of the knobs on the pedal. We'll bring it back to the standard mode, which is essentially if you were to go out and buy like a $60 or $70 distortion pedal, Boss Distortion, this is the standard mode that you would be dealing with. So there you go. So I like the way this sounds with this guitar, actually, specifically these pickups. It sounds really nice. We'll keep the tone in the middle for now, but let's bring down the distortion. This is with the distortion all the way down. Now, mind you, this is in a clean channel. This is straight through the clean channel. We have the greenback speaker in this amp, so it's giving it that classic rocky kind of greenbacky sound. Let's shut the reverb off so we can actually. You can get that nice kind of almost AC/DC kind of thing going on there. I'm going to go through the range of the distortion so you can hear it. What I'm going to do is I'll just hit a note here and then I'll climb up it so you can actually hear how much distortion you get out of this thing. It turns almost into a fuzz after a while. Let's go to the custom mode so you can see the sweep on that. So you can hear already it's much. It's much more mid-forward already, you can hear it. So let's hear what that sounds like with the distortion. Let's bring it up. A lot more compressed. You can hear the compression coming through. I almost kind of prefer the original mode. It's a little bit more open sounding to my ears in this room right now, which are like dead because I'm just blasting out my ears. But yeah, okay, let's go through the tone knob so you can kind of hear what the tone does here. The tone is very dramatic on this. It can get crazy harsh and really dull as well. But listen, I'll show you. This is the tone all the way down. It's like a filter sweep. It's very interesting. I'll put it on the custom mode so you can hear it with that. I think the tone is actually more usable throughout its entire range on the custom mode, actually. But yeah, so there you go. There you have it. That is the Boss Distortion, the DS1, the WAZA version, which runs for around 150 bucks, generally speaking. Yeah, that's like twice the price of the regular version. But then again, you do technically get like another pedal in the custom mode. It's like a different version of the pedal. It's not just a slight variation, it's a pretty dramatic variation, I think, personally. So there it is. There's your WAZA pedal, and I like it. I think it's very usable, and I think it can be used for many situations. It can be used as a boost. It can be used as your straight up distortion. If you're going for the Nirvana thing, you can plug into a clean Fender style amp, and you can just go to town on it, and there you go, and it'll sound great. But yeah, if you want just a straight version, like if you really just kind of prefer the sound of the standard version, you can buy a straight off the shelf a Boss DS1 for like 60, 70 bucks. A normal, actually, I think they're even cheaper than that. You would probably get one around 50. You get them used around 50 or 40, definitely. And that's the standard mode, and you can get it. A real DS1 is a little harsher than the WAZA. I think the WAZA is a little smoother sounding. I actually like the sound of the WAZA one better than the straight up one, the original. However, the original does pretty much the same thing. They are so darn close. Like, so close. But yeah, there you go. DS1. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you like this kind of content, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, hit the notification bell so that you know when there's new videos, that kind of stuff. I hope you enjoyed this. I've been Jay Byrne. This is the Effects Loop. And that was the Boss DS1 WAZA. So take care.